Well, I guess you can't really call it a battle report.
Honey, you put your forward commander hindsight shirt on.
Well, yes, but actually. Here's the silly synopsis for the game. Zerka was up to something. She's found something in an underground mine, and Harkevich is tasked with keeping the enemies out by, say, the excuse of somebody left the house in a group of 3, as well like Histonia did, and then the dwarves come in and say, "Hey, you're on off limits territory," and apparently somebody left the house in a group of 3. This means war. Turn 1 is as simple and as educational as it gets. Everything mostly runs up, and the middle Great Bear is not protected by the clouds because nowadays you apparently have to stand completely inside the cloud cover to gain any protective bonus, and he doesn't. It didn't work out. Also, I had to do a take back and activate the Grey Laternian after the Great Bears, but let's just hope that doesn't happen again. Oh yeah, we're playing Killing Fields, by the way. There's flag number 1, flag number 2, flag number 3. So it's a 2015 scenario with 2016 cards in 2019 plus rules. Bottom of turn 1, the ruling army has made bold advancements. Over here, the Rock Ram has been sent forward as bait. Gorten is safe behind those 2, except for a shot from him. But we'll see how well that one goes. And this flank is currently very solidly in dwarven hands. All right, top of turn 2, and the Khadoran army has marched forward. This instance, the Demolisher has chosen to take a potshot at Gorten, hit him square on the head, and then dealt no damage, even with the boosted roll. As par for the court, the Great Bears of Gallows were charged into the Rock Ram, which has proven a lot sturdier than I had him in memory from Mark II, because it's still there. It's just got cloven in half, and that's not really looking good for the Bears. But just saying. Juggernaut has moved up behind them. The Golden Rock is trying to be sneaky. And we'll see how much will be left standing after. Okay, bottom of turn 2. It wasn't as egregious as I had feared. This one was kind of expected. First thing, we forgot that these have like the aura that anything ending its activation within 2 inches of them sets the respective model on fire, which affects him. The blaster went first, sprayed onto Volkov and Yarovich. Knocked down Volkov. The Arcanist Core came in through a fire, tried to club Kolsk, missed, threw a fireball at the knockdown Volkov, killed him, and did a little bit of damage to Yarovich. Then the Rock Ram went in, got a boosted the attack roll, hit, and then just knocked him flat out of his boots. This little bunny went over here, shot the destroyer, dealt 3 damage. This little bunny went over here, shot the destroyer as well, dealt 1 damage. The driller walked up, the basher ran up to the marauder, got countercharged by the war dog, who did no damage, and then the Boker went over there to secure the flag. So, since this is bottom of 2, Roos goes 2 control points. And we're on to Khador turn, top of turn 3, round 3. First off, the Marauder combo smote the Basher backwards and then used the Field Marshal reposition to follow up. and contests the flag, just barely, but he does. Harkevich then went up here, feated. The dog charged into the bunny over there, did no damage, then returned. The destroyer charged into this bunny, clobbered it very well, and then moved back to over here. This great bear ridiculously failed at killing any tactical Arcanist Corps. This was they died on behalf of the Grey Laternian, who sprayed over here and got 2 of them. The Juggernaut charged into the Rock Ram, smacked it down, then moved over into these bunnies, and the Kolonov moved up to the flag and scored the first scenario point for Khador. And coming up is rule turn 3. Alright, it's bottom of turn 3 and round 3, and it's been a Gorten feature, almost obviously. First things first, the Basher got out of the way, got a free strike from the Marauder. Then the Driller charged in, heavily pummeled the Marauder, did not take out any systems, which we'll see whether that's any good. Boker charged in afterwards, added a little to that. Then, then Gorten went. No, first the Blaster went out of the way, managed to not die from the Ice Axe free strike. Then Gorten went and feeded everybody back 8 inches. The classic move. Did not catch the Codalord. Caught Harkevich. Most essentially brought the Juggernaut out of Harkevich's control range, which means I can't give him focus. Then the Tactical Arcanist Corps threw a fireball at him, set him on fire, dealt no damage otherwise. This one dealt a little bit of damage. Gorton's both barrel shot did a little bit of damage. But that's so far everything. I go up to 2 control points because that Juggernaut is still contesting. There's nobody at this flag, but there is. And yeah, the rest of the army has to try and get back into the fight. Motherland round 4 was quite unspectacular. Well, first of all, the Juggernaut waltzed up to Gorten and made use of that impressive Mat 7 on the Jack and reduced Gorten to 5 health points. Then the Great Bear walked up to here, got clouded by the Turnier who activated after him. This one sprayed the last member of the Tactical Arcanist Corps away. He sprayed over the Juggernaut onto Gorten, but did no damage to either. The Marauder combo smote the Driller for 1 inch, then repositioned a little to, well, be a general nuisance. Destroyer moved up, shot at the Driller, almost took the right arm out, but he's not within melee range, so he's not a threat next turn. Harkevich, before that, he cast mobility and then moved up here, and I misallocated 1 point of focus. And yeah, that's all for Khador. As a desperate ruling turn 4 comes to a close, we have a definite outcome of the game. First up, the Driller got up and just walked back over here to Gorten, which was a little too late. Then the Boker and the Basher in unison managed to destroy an arm system of the Marauder, making him nothing but a kinda immobile nuisance. And then Gorten tried to crit smite the Juggernaut away. Did not manage to roll the crit smite. Managed to roll very well on damage rolls though. Took out the right arm with the axe. Almost took out the cortex. And then decided to buy attacks and keep hammering, and almost took out the left arm with help from a powerful shot from this bunny and another aimed shot from this bunny and a spray from, well, no, that Gunner Blaster just took out the Turnier model that was over here. But the Juggernaut still stands, still has a fist, and the Cortex system, and Harkevich is within control. He's in Harkevich's control range, and Gorten is down to 5 HP. Also, I go up to 4 control points because that Kovnik is that Kolonot is still hogging the flag. Yeah, so it's basically my choice of whether I kill Gorten or whether I win by scenario, and I go with the faster option and just say, like, I go by scenario. So, Khador wins! Yay! So apparently, there's this rule called Power Up, which allocates free focus to Warjacks for starting in the Warcaster's control area or something, but that's so Mark III. Who needs that?